Mr. Zhongli, one of my most favorite characters in Genshin Impact, being in 5th place just right under Hu Tao. There's just many reasons why I like Zhongli so much. His amazing story and great story quest, especially the second one, to his personality and character in which I really like. He can go from serious to funny to daddy in a matter of seconds. In fact, I'm pretty certain everybody agrees upon that Zhongli is a pretty good character. And plus, we all know one of the biggest reasons why Zhongli is so popular is because of his voice, in which I'll talk about it later. Though I do have some problems with him, but they're all involving his playstyle and gameplay, but it doesn't really affect how much I like Zhongli and his character. It's just that I don't want to lose my dodging skills for the most part. But anyways, without any further ado, let me talk about the CEO of GEO, the only person who seems to remember what osmanthus wine tasted like and is the same god who created the currency of the world but seems to be always broke, Zhongli. So, just like in my past videos talking about specific characters, in this part, I'll be mainly focusing on his personality and character, in which I think he has a great personality. I really like his wise and all-knowing character trait. For the most part, I find those types of characters really boring because they're just really generic and very overused. They need something to differentiate themselves from the others, or just be really good at what they do, and Zhongli is a great combination of the both. This is the reason why I like Zhongli. He is just such an interesting and fun character. In one second, he can be fun and lighthearted, and in the next second, he can be one of the most intimidating and serious characters in the game. And he can be also really sweet to the people around him, either be it with his friendship with Ajdaha, which I'll get into more in depth in the second part, or with his relationship with the Traveler, in which that voice line where Zhongli talks about how the Traveler is his friend and how he will never forget about them even when they're gone is honestly one of the most heartwarming things in the game.
Contracts cannot be used to define friendship, nor measure sentiment. So just what can we use to measure the weight of our emotions? Do you know the answer, friend? For those that live too long, the friends of days gone by and scenes from their adventures live on in their memories. As such, I have no regrets in meeting you, friend. Should the day ever come that we are not together, you will continue to shine like gold in my memories. After letting go of my gnosis, I never expected to see a day like this again. Thank you, friend. Ah, yes, I have a new contract here. Care to take a look at it together?
Plus, it's pretty funny how he is the god of Geo and is the one who created Mora and is somehow always out of Mora. It's really ironic. Also, since I already brought it up in the intro, let me talk about it a little bit more. Probably one of the main reasons why Zhongli is really popular is his voice. I won't deny, I can see the appeal. It's just such a smooth and deep voice, like, oh my god, it's so nice. Now, for the second part, I'll be mainly focusing on both of his story quests, but I'll talk about the Archon quest, though it is going to be short. So, in my opinion, the Leeway Archon quest was great, really great. I really enjoyed it when I first did the Archon quest. It's definitely one of my most favorite Archon quests. If I have to rank it, it's in the top two, just being beaten out by the Chasm Archon quest, which I love them both equally. But because Ito was in the Chasm Archon quest, I had to rank it higher, even though they did him dirty in that Archon quest. I still really enjoyed him there. I don't really have any complaints with it. It's just a really good Archon quest and a great introduction to all the characters within it. And there's a lot of amazing moments in the Archon quest, either be it with Child when you find him and finally get to fight him, and he uses his foul legacy. Oh, that was so cool. Or the ending. Honestly, I think the ending of Leeway might be one of my most favorites because it's just pure hype and really goddamn cool. Also, that fake out death with the Geo Archon at the beginning was really good. I didn't see that coming at all. Though I did had a sneaking suspicion that Zhongli might be connected or is the Geo Archon because the dragon who died in the ceremony had the same color scheme with Zhongli, and the more time we spent with him, the more I suspected that he might be the Geo Archon, in which I was right. So anyways, that's about it for the Archon quest. So let's move on to his first story quest. So for his first story quest, well, I really enjoyed it. It's good and that's about it. There's nothing really too extraordinary with this story quest. It's just a above average one. So for the premise of this story quest, it is mainly focused around the Salt God and her death, in which I think this was the very first time a god other than the seven Archons was mentioned, because it was stated that there were more gods before the Archon War, so it was nice that we got to know one of those gods even though she was dead. I also like the story quest tries to make you believe that Zhongli is not what he seems, in which he kind of is with the ending of his second story quest, which I'll get into. How one of the followers of the Salt God accuses the Geo Archon of being the one who killed the Salt God. She thought the Geo Archon, or Zhongli, was scared of the Salt God because in her mind, the God of Salt is a very powerful god that threatens the Geo Archon himself, and that is the reason why he killed her. But in fact, all of those wasn't true. If you've done this story quest, you should have known that the god of Salt wasn't powerful at all. In fact, she was pretty weak. And the real reason why she died was her followers assassinated her, which is honestly a really good twist. The moment when it was revealed what happened to the god of Salt was my favorite moment in the entire story quest. And it's kinda hinted that Zhongli knows the god of Salt, so that's neat. So overall, it's a good story quest. My only real complaint with it is that I hated the Fatui guy. The guy was so annoying. But we were able to beat him up later, so I guess I couldn't really complain that much.
Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Oh, Sile, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after.
So anyways, with that, let's move on to his second story quest. In my opinion, Zhongli's second story quest is one of my favorites. It's just so good. So, this story quest is about Zhongli and his relationship with his pet dragon, which in my opinion looks more like a frog than anything. So, this is the second time Archon dragon that betrays them. I wonder if Kusanali also has a pet that with mythical powers that will betray them later on. Anyways, one of the things that I really liked about this story quest is the bromance between Zhongli and Ishda. I also like how there are two Ishdas, the little kid and the archaeologist dude. I forgot their name, alright? It's been so long. The little kid represents the corrupted Ishda, the one that is pissed at Zhongli, while the other represents the bro Ishda, the one that is basically best friends with Zhongli. And I liked it. And this story quest is mostly about trying to find the little kid Ishda to stop them from releasing Ishda himself from his prison that Zhongli sealed him. I think we also get the help from bro Ishda, and we get to know more about the relationship of him and Zhongli. So that's nice.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ajdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world, and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground, but if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
Also, this is one of the few story quests that unlocks a weekly boss after you finished it. The boss you get to fight after you complete it, well, of course, is Ajdaha. And you have no idea how long I've purposely ignored him. The first time I fought him, except in the story quest with Zhongli, was after I got Kazuha. Because in my opinion, he is the hardest weekly boss in the game. You need to understand, when I first fought him, my team was Razor, Bennett, Albedo, and I forgot the 4th one. Maybe it's Kea or the Supercharge, but yeah, anyways. And I got absolutely wrecked. Zhongli carried me there because of his shields and because of his meteor. And even then, when I got Ito, I didn't even try to fight him because Ito is a Geo character and Asia is resistant against attacks. But anyways, now I'm starting to get like I'm much more confident in fighting him because as you can see with some of the gameplay, I did manage to beat him multiple times now, and I have memorized all of his attacks, so I can easily really dodge them. So anyways, overall, it's a great story quest. It was nice to get to meet Ijda and to see his relationship with Zhongli, and it's also pretty funny to see a loud and booming voice coming out of the mouth of a little kid. So, it's no surprise that Zhongli is one of the most popular characters in Genshin Impact. He basically checks out every box to be a popular character. He's attractive, he's an Archon, he's one of the meta characters, he's super goddamn strong, and it also helps that he has a super hot voice. I absolutely love him. I want him so badly, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get him. His banner's already over now, and I am quite sad. Anyways, I don't really have any complaints to make to his character, though I would love to see more of him, and who knows, maybe we can finally find those who can share the memories. So, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching to the end. As per usual, I have no idea what's going to be my next video. Sorry if this seemed kind of rushed because it was. Because Jesus Christ, I wasn't expecting school to really mess up my schedule like this. So if you have any other thoughts or questions, just comment them down and I'll try my best to answer each one of your comments. I probably am going to take a little break, maybe like for 1 week, because I'm going to have a poem making and reciting in one of our classes. So I'm going to need all the time I can get. And with a bunch of assignments we were also being given. So yeah, goodbye.